you've seen, let's just jump into it. Have you seen Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so here's the thing. It
Nice.
is not playing at our Alamo here, even
Hmm.
though it premiered at the Alamo in Austin at um, the Fear Fest or whatever, the sneak preview or something like. So
Yeah.
we were going back and forth, and we made a vow years ago when Widows came out, because Widows was a movie I wanted to see, and I think it was about 5 years ago with Viola Davis and so forth that I
Oh yeah.
really wanted to see, and Alamo didn't have it. And I'm like, well, let's just go to a regular theater. And it
Yeah.
was a mess. We saw it on a Tuesday, which is a mistake because that's like $5 Tuesdays. It was chaotic.
Oh
And
yeah.
everything that we thought happened at regular movie theaters actually did happen. It was people were
Oh,
talking, people were texting, people were mixing drinks in front of us. People came in 20 minutes late. Uh,
mixing drinks?
yes, yeah,
Like they
literally.
brought in a bottle of booze and we're like,
Yes. Yeah, we
oh,
saw them
come
mixing it in
on.
front of it and calling each other like, "Oh, I'm back in there." And it's like, "What is going on?" And so we made a vow in the lobby to never, we don't care what
No.
movie it is, we are not ever going to do this again. Now,
Of course.
fast forward 5 years, and we're like, we want to see Thanksgiving. And so my sister and I both took off yesterday afternoon to go to matinee, and there's like a 2:15 showing a mile and a half away at a regular theater, and we're like, let's just do it. We kept watching, and about an
Yeah.
hour before we there was like nobody had bought tickets, and so we're like, okay, let's buy tickets. We did
Right.
center, center, and then right before we left, we saw somebody bought one ticket right next to us out of an empty theater, and we're like, what
Weird.
weirdo would do that? So we're like,
Yeah.
let's just go. Let's switch out the theater. So we switch out
Yeah.
our seats. So we get to the theater and we're like, hey, can we move our seats? They're like, yeah. And so we moved. So we stayed in the same row. We just moved all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And
When they buy one ticket next to you, you
yeah,
have to get out of there.
and I'll just say,
Oh.
thank God we did.
Oh no.
It was not only a talk, like he really was trying to get our attention. And the first trailer was for a new Planet of the Apes, which I didn't even know they were still making Planet of the Apes movies. And he was like,
Really?
yes. Yeah, he said something like, yes, Planet of the Apes, like out loud. And I was like, and there's two other people that were sitting in the kind of near the front and stuff like that. So there's just five of us in the theater. And it was still a bad movie going experience based on literally just one person talking and hooting and hollering throughout the movie. And he was by himself. And then, so it was just like, it was like,
Red
oh,
flags.
yeah, yeah, so many red flags. And then as one of those theaters, that exits on each sides, and then you come out, at the bottom in the middle, through the doors. And so he saw us, he's coming from the other way, and you could tell he was wanted to talk to us, so he's really anxious or whatever. And I was like,
Oh no.
and I started and my sister and I started doing this slow walking, we're trying to avoid, even
Yeah. What a
interaction with him.
weirdo.
And then we just kind of did this sort of like, I said, I said, I have to go to the bathroom so bad, but I am leaving this theater. I
Yeah, get out
we,
of there.
we got to get out. So
So
anyway, that
weird.
that was my Thanksgiving experience, which just cemented that we were literally from now on we will wait to go
Yeah.
see a movie if we're not
No,
going to see it
yeah.
at the Alamo. So
No way. Yeah. Oh, I can't blame you.
anyway, but the movie itself is fine.
Yeah.
I honestly I wish he would have gone a little bit farther uh, with some of the ludicrousness, which,
Oh, really?
well, I mean, that the part of the original Grindhouse trailer that he did was, it was kind of above and beyond, and it was just like,
Oh, yeah.
and they had creep show music, and it was kind of like, "Meow," and the movie is kind of one, it takes place in current times versus kind of being a retro movie. So it kind of seems like
Oh.
if anything, a late 90s, but new millennium horror movie. But I was like, I think some retro would have been a little bit better for me. So,
A
but
little welcome.
and
Welcome to
it's
Bayou.
probably I'm sure it does gangbusters with a kind of a horror audience too. That are kind of more into it. It becomes a kind of group party atmosphere.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I certainly
It's
won't
fine. How
won't go.
how does it I mean, I don't know if you've watched the otthe Grindhouse trailer movies in a
Mhm.
minute, but how does it place among them? Is it like
I don't know. I feel like I watched Machete, but I also think it was like, here's the thing: you can't live up to that 90 seconds of best up. You know what I mean? That
You can't. Yeah,
you
that's such a tough nut to crack.
yeah, you imagine what the movie would be like, and you like literally you look at our 3 minute trailers now and compare it to the real movie, and you're like, oh, is that even the same? You know?
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah,
said you're not really getting what you're seeing. Did
yeah.
did he do a good job with the feel of the like
I,
vintage?
it was not vintage feel at all.
No.
I
Okay.
didn't. I didn't get even a glimpse of vintage feel. Yeah, that you
Because
had
like
compared to.
Machete did, I feel
Yeah,
like Machete did a good job of that 70s,
yeah,
exploitation films kind of
yeah.
thing. Hmm.
And then, and I won't spoil anything, but there was one thing that my sister and I literally looked at each other. I'm like, what? Uh, are they being serious? Like
Oh,
it's.
really?
I don't know. Well,
So the killer's like a pilgrim, right?
yeah, it's John Carver, which is I can't remember what the kind of lore is for the town and so forth. So it is kind of like a lot of I say convoluted characters, and it is the setup is long. If you've seen the previews, for the what do they call it, Right Mart, I think they're standing for Walmart, where
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
Black Friday gone wrong, or Thursday, you
Right.
know, gone wrong. And it could have gone. I feel like we've kind of seen some of this already. So one, yeah, the movie's probably about 15 years too late. you know, that we've seen some of this thing, and I was like, if you're gonna do it, this is post Final Destination world. Like if you're gonna do it, just do it. And
Right.
they kind of do bits and pieces, but I thought, oh, they could do a little bit more. So there's a great cat.
Interesting.
There's a great cat scene. I'll say that too. So
Okay.
you know, but
Interesting. Oh,
worth a
cool.
rental. Worth a rental.
Worth a rental. Okay. I'll do that then.
Yeah.